Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haze.
All right, happy Monday, everyone. Let's talk about these temperatures because maybe you've got to head out early this morning for a service project, or maybe you're going to a nice breakfast, something like that. Well, just know it's cold out there once again across the Beehive State. We're starting off with these temperatures in the teens and 20s, and yeah, you're going to definitely need to have that winter gear as you head out the door. Now, we don't expect this to stick around all day as temperatures will warm up once the sun comes out, but still, it's chilly out there this morning. Now, here's some great news. Remember last week I was showing you this map all last week, and we had just a thick inversion widespread across northern Utah. That is not the case this morning. In fact, you can see most of the northern half of the state dealing with some decent air quality right now. The only area right around the Salt Lake Valley here as you get from Bountiful down towards West Jordan and the Draper area, but that's pretty common and typical, especially with the wind coming off of the Great Salt Lake there, but nothing that's really causing any major issues. In fact, as we go throughout the rest of the day, I've got us with this moderate air quality stretching from Cache Valley to the Ogden Valley, right on down into the Salt Lake Valley and the Utah County as well. So that means that the air quality, not an issue for us today. And if you're not in the moderate category, you're in the green category. That really means you've got some good air all the way down to southwest Utah. So yeah, we've got some improvements at least to kick off the week when it comes to the air quality. All right, here's the big picture on the weather map. We've got this big dome of high pressure, stubborn as can be, folks. This thing is not wanting to budge, and because of that, we stay with more quiet weather conditions. Now, one thing about this, it did shift a little bit to the west, so that is what has allowed this northerly flow to come in. And so what that's done is helped to kind of mix up or stir up the atmosphere enough to kind of cut down on the hazy skies that we were seeing out there. But still, not really bringing much appreciable weather, just mostly clear and cold conditions. Now, we have been tracking some snow for areas to our east over towards the Denver area this morning. They had a quick hit of snow come through there, but notice most of that has come to an end now. So if you have some travel plans into the Denver area, be aware there could be a quick delay or so if you're going to be flying into Denver this morning, but as the snow is already coming to an end, it's not going to be a big deal. Otherwise, hey folks, more of the same. High pressure, absolutely nothing happening across the west. Just quiet conditions for the rest of today. As we go into your Tuesday, there's going to be a quick moving system diving in out of Canada, but that's going to be well to our east, so we're not going to see much in the way of any effects from that. And going into your Wednesday, we'll watch a storm system cut off, which is bad news because we've seen this a couple of times this season. Instead of having one storm coming in from the north and west, we get this split that occurs. So a piece of energy goes north, a piece of energy goes to our south, and that puts us in a kind of no man's land. And that's what's going to happen as we get towards the end of the week. Now, Thursday, you'll see some of those clouds beginning to ramp up. Not a lot of precipitation showing up, but most of the deeper moisture will stay to our south. That storm system has the chance to produce a few scattered snow showers across our mountain locations as we get towards your Friday into Saturday. I'm not too excited about this. I don't think it's going to produce a ton of precipitation, but there's a chance. Now, besides that, that storm system is actually going to send a bunch of moisture across the country with Arctic air pressing south, and there is going to be a major winter storm that's going to take place across the central and eastern half of the country. So while there's hardly anything here in Utah, look at this. Dallas, Little Rock, Atlanta, Charlotte, not only could they be talking about some snow, but we could actually have a decent ice storm going on in places like Houston, New Orleans, over towards the Gulf Coast region. So this could be a very significant winter storm with ice to the south, snow all the way up towards the north and northeast. But again, for us, it just remains quiet and dry. Temperatures in the 40s for highs for us today with 50s down across the south and west. If you're heading to the march this afternoon, the weather is going to cooperate with lots of sunshine, low 40s for those temperatures. Again, you can catch this march live on ABC4 between 2 and 4 o'clock. All right, St. George, yeah, you guessed it, 59 degrees. Watch out for some gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour today. Otherwise, that's pretty much it till the end of the week. We could have a slight chance of a shower by Friday. And as we look at the Wasatch Front, we've got overall quiet conditions. The haze could come back by the middle of the week, and then maybe a few isolated showers Friday into Saturday. All right, let's get a check on your traffic as we get you out the door on this Martin Luther King Jr. day. As you can see, I-15 southbound and South Salt Lake looking pretty good right now. We've got more traffic hitting the roads this morning, so be aware of that. Watching out for a little patchy fog and some reduced visibility, but it doesn't look too bad right now. We'll keep you updated. I-15 down towards the Cedar City area in Iron County also looking fairly quiet now. We've got some folks out on the roads, but again, overall, the traffic flow is looking pretty good early this morning with no significant accidents. We'll let you know if that changes, but for now, that's the way your traffic and weather is shaping up. Let's get you back over to Alyssa.